It was about to top the line with a fantastic time, and it is a pole position.
Okay.
Oh, come on!
No overtaking and
I said, looks like side out of the way.
High up in the mountains here at Spielberg, it's time for qualifying on what will be the fastest laps of the season. Stand by for qualifying at the Austrian Grand Prix.
As you can see, it's raining at the Austrian qualifying, what can Carlos side do, and hopefully he will find his form back for this qualifying and for the weekend. Alright, here we go. The qualifier is now upon us. As we know, it's raining. So it's going to be raining for 2-1, 2-1, 2-2, and 2-3. And then in the rain, it's supposed to be raining, but I've checked the forecast in the email. It's actually going to rain towards the end. So we see what happened. To be honest, we're going to find out what might happen. I told us so far, this move, and it's going to be nice work, nice work, nice work. Let's come back in now, let's come back in now. Yeah, nice work. That is what I like to see from Toro's side. That is what I like to see from Toro's side. But it's only 2-1, and Pepe Martin and Audi are out in 2-1 with Dan Manoni, Jack Crawford, Taylor Bernard, Liam Lawson, and Franco Colapito. Alright, seems good. Section 1. Yeah, right, let's go. We're gonna come in. I think we're gonna do another one again, but I'm happy with that. The pace looked really good. I'm very glad. I'm very glad. 2-2 this year for sure. Tim Chantner, Bortoletto, UT Talona, Siobhan, Olton, and Alex Albon. Our third run of 2 night is underway. Let's see what it do. Our lead is done. Can we get the 2 plays? Can we get the 2 plays? He's leaving now, but let's carry on for second run. But it was our third run, tactically second run is now underway. It was about to top the line with a fantastic time, and it is a pole position. As you can see, we've got 7/10. That is really good time, but will that be enough the 2 parts on the pole or not? Let's find out.
okay, good job, mate. Really,
Got it.
really well done. That was
Yes!
fantastic.
Come on!
Home.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. Sire on the pole, 5/10 to his former teammate Charles Leclerc, who's in second place with Piastri in third, Landon Norris in fifth, with George Russell behind in P7. Let's hope Russell will finish ahead of Landon Norris, if that is what we need in the championship. For sure, Russell, but well done. The Toro side, and now let's see what Austrian Grand Prix got in store for us.
Welcome from the beautiful Styrian Mountains for another chapter in the story of the Austrian Grand Prix. It's one of the shortest laps on the calendar today then, with 7 rights and just 3 lefts, making up the 10 corners of this high-speed circuit. Turn 2 is barely a corner at all. They'll be flat out through there, a left-hand kink into the uphill braking zone of Turn 3. Turns 1, 3 and 4 are all potential opportunities to overtake. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. It's Carlos Sainz in pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Piastri, Behrman, Isaac Hadjar and Norris, Russell, Gasly, Doohan and Paul Aaron, Albon, Ocon, Yuki Tsunoda and Bortoletto, Tramnitz, Verschoor, Franco Colapinto and Liam Lawson, Barnard, Crawford, Maloney and Pepe Marti rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. And alongside me here today in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. So much to talk about on what is such a short lap. It's the fastest lap times of the season, but that doesn't mean it's not a challenge.
It's a real challenge to get right this circuit. Lots of tight corners linked up with very long straights. You've got 3 DRS zones as well. That means that the racing is often very close, and you can hang on to potentially a faster car if you can stay within that 1 second buffer. But you've then got some higher speed corners like turn 6 and 7 in the middle of the track, and then the 2 final corners as well. Track limits. Yep, there we go. I mentioned it. Be careful.
Here we go.
Okay,
Let's see
radio check.
what we to do.
Radio check.
Radio check.
I hope Sainz
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do.
will
Don't let me down.
do really well. That's what I'm asking from him. Just make sure he gets that chance of, winning the race. That'll be absolutely phenomenal. Then let's find out what Carlos will be able to do. I'll line up to the red and shine another port away from the car behind. It's too easy to get going, since we know he's got his chance to get what he wants. But we want to try and be able to achieve that if we can. Come on, Sainz.
Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
Alright, here we
Okay,
go.
so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights.
And now waiting for the 5 red light, and it now away we go with Carlos Sainz on the pole. Had a fantastic start, but Charles Leclerc is looking to make a move on the inside. He does not go for it. Sainz remain in the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix, with Behrman in 3rd place, Piastri in 4th, Lando in 5th, and Charles Leclerc takes the lead of the race up the hill into turn 3, and Carlos Sainz had a little snap on the entrance into turn 3, but now coming back at Charles Leclerc, and they're doing side by side. What can Carlos Sainz do? He lunges forward and he takes the place back and gets into the lead once again. This is going to be a fantastic race. It's on what I guarantee this side by side once again with Carlos Sainz and Leclerc, and Sainz staying ahead. And the last time we got some fighting going on, like of Alex Albon having a little battle with Esteban Ocon, and it seems to be Albon is staying ahead of Ocon, and now Carlos Sainz is about to head into lap 2. We are definitely going to be preparing ourselves for a very exciting race, because look how many cars there is behind Sainz. That is Leclerc, Behrman, Piastri, Lando, Russell. We could have a 6-way fight for the win, but what can happen? And now on board with Piastri, who's waiting for opportunity, as he's seen the in front of him of Carlos Sainz went a little bit wide, but he's still the main in the lead anyway. And we got Doohan, who just made a move on Hadjar, but Hadjar might come back ahead of Doohan, but no, he does not. Doohan defended the line and stopping Hadjar from making a move. And Piastri looking for a move on Behrman. He doesn't know go for it, but he knows he got the chance to be able to make it work against the Behrman. The top 2 had started to pull away from Ollie Behrman, which means Piastri got a huge chance of actually being able to make a par, but soon will land another, and hopefully George Russell and behind we got Albon, who made a move on Gasly, and now we got Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc once again in the fighting, and Charles Leclerc almost got the move done, but Sainz stopped it from happening, but Charles Leclerc up the door now the outside, can they keep it respected? Looks like the real suicide by side. Charles Leclerc tried to keep himself ahead of Carlos Sainz, but couldn't quite get it done, and Sainz put himself back into the lead. But Charles Leclerc to come back, now he's not done for the move. Carlos Sainz remain in the lead, and now everybody starts and catching back up because of course the top two were fighting, and now Behrman got the opportunity to be able to go ahead and try to get the move done on Charles Leclerc, and behind we got Paul Albon and Jack Doohan are now fighting, and Doohan has a fantastic exit and got himself ahead of Paul Albon, and now Charles Leclerc is ready to make a move on Carlos Sainz, but Sainz won't want to give him some space, and now Charles Leclerc could get past, but Behrman is now closer to Charles Leclerc and Hadjar, who have taught overtook Doohan, but Doohan now looking to return back, and he does. Jack Doohan absolutely immaculate speed, he managed to fire, and Aston Martin are putting him into P7 down. A fantastic job from Jack Doohan now into lap 6. We've got more fancy going on in live timing. We've got Albon, who now ahead of Paul Albon, and Behrman and Charles Leclerc are having a fight once again. Now officially started a fight going at exit of turn 3. Charles Leclerc and Behrman got the DR, and now they're having that racing. Who is going to be ahead? And it seems that Behrman has put himself into second place. Charles Leclerc in third.
There are 34 laps of fuel remaining.
Into lap 7, Albon got to Sean and tried to Hadjar and Jack Doohan as they swapped places, but now Albon of course got much more better pace than them both, and we got Behrman and Charles Leclerc having their own moment, but the Primo doing the same thing, and Albon is now on the outside. He got past Jack Doohan, can he get after Hadjar? Oh no, Albon spun. Alex Albon just spun. He was doing so good, but he spun and made a mistake. And now we've got Behrman and Charles Leclerc back.
Got a
The flash.
caution. The safety car's out. Keep an eye on the delta. We need to keep it positive.
Oh no, what happened?
Slow down.
Oh no.
Maintain positive delta.
What happened? I know it's not Russell, he is fine, but what happened? But here, what happened? So basically, Albon, who was doing a fantastic job, seeing the opportunity on the outside, overtook Doohan and either Hadjar, but he got on the Russell way too quickly, and he snapped over overseer and spun him right out, unfortunately. Forget the rain is coming, apparently. Yeah, the rain coming about here. So we'll see what happens. We're gonna go on soft. I think it should be fine. And then when the rain comes out, we can change it. Yeah, let's do it. It's a bit risky, but we'll see what we can do. Now, on the lead star, 5 red light, now to the let's go. And away, with Carlos Sainz still in the lead of the race. Behrman got off a good start and managed to beat Charles Leclerc into turn 1. Behrman is now in the second place. Charles Leclerc in third place. Of course, Charles Leclerc has started on a different tyre, which is a hard tyre. They're not warmed up properly, and some of them are also on a medium. We got Russell, who needed to make a move on the Piastri. It seems like Russell might get ahead of the Piastri, who did a fantastic job. From sure Russell Sainz on soft tyre, same as Ollie Behrman on soft tyre, and we might be expecting them to run away quite early on. And we got Gasly, who got ahead of Jack Doohan. Doohan unfortunately could not have the good pace in the lead start, which now seen him into P11, but now in lap 11, Lando Norris had now done ahead and overtook Charles Leclerc, but Charles Leclerc not going to give up. And Russell is joining in, Russell joined the inside, but Lando Norris is on the outside and it still managed to get part back at Charles Leclerc. And what a racing that Lando Norris just done. Thought that Russell was going to get though, but Lando was like, that's not happening. And now Russell is under there by Austria Quali, and now going to lap 12. Russell is catching up to Charles Leclerc, going on the outside line, and he gets past or not. Charles Leclerc, of course, on a different tyre compared to Russell, hard tyre and a medium tyre. Obviously, the medium is back to Ampere, which tried to get the space and he fouled it as he got on the inside line, get ahead of Russell, and Russell unfortunately dropped into P6, and that is not good. And we're looking into the top lane, Lando Norris in third place, Behrman, Sutton, Shire in third, and a contact made into turn 1 between Russell and Paul Allen, and Russell is now fighting Paul Allen after having some of the good moment with Charles and both McLaren, but unfortunately Russell is battling with Paul Allen, and 3-1 turn the trackman made the par and getting himself up into P9, D1 back into point P10, and now looking to try to get back into P9 against trackman. But D1 on the inside, will he find a lip and the pace to get ahead of trackman? And it looks like he did, yes he does. D1 is now into P9, fantastic racing from Jack D1, and now in lap 15 going up into turn 3. Lando Norris is now trying to make a move on Ollie Behrman, and that is now means the soft tyre started to die out. And don't forget, the lane is coming should be allowed the time about now, and a couple maybe 3 to 5 laps, the lane should be coming down. So in lap 16, the lane not coming just yet. Lando Norris pull up to Carlos Sainz, and now we might be seeing some fantastic races from them both, and Piastri is the head of Charles Leclerc, and Charles Leclerc tried to do nothing, and now straight to lap 17, Lando Norris has overtook Carlos Sainz and takes the lead of the race, but Carlos Sainz got the DR, and now he's going to use it on Lando Norris, and now this is the third time we get the Carlos Sainz battling for the top for the third time in a while, and it seems like he managed to get back ahead of Lando Norris, but Lando Norris will get the DR, and he might be making a move on Carlos Sainz going to the next corner, but will he send it through? It looks like he does not. He has to back down for a second. He hesitated to not go for the move, and Behrman watching what's happening with Lando and Carlos Sainz almost went side by side, but Carlos Sainz remained ahead of Lando Norris, and hopefully that will continue on for the next couple of laps before we come in for intimate tyre, because our team have a strong belief that the lane is coming very, very soon, and we want to take the advantage of using the intimate tyre and climb our way back up, because everybody ahead will be sliding on the wet in the lower tyre at the same time, and the fight to continue on in lap 18. Lando, Shire, side by side, Behrman is now looking to get involved, and Carlos lose a bit of a row, but he did a break later, but he did not get past just yet out of turn 3, side by side, once again, and it is Carlos that gets the other and return back into the lead, and now with all of that fighting, it's now bringing the top 5 together, and the fight for the top is continuing once again with the top 5, and behind he has to drop Ocon, who is now trying to get past the trackman, and now going to lap 19. Lando Norris return back ahead of Carlos Sainz, but guess what? Carlos Sainz got the DR, and he's going to go and try to get back ahead of Lando Norris, and he does it, and now he's going to try to stay ahead, and Lando Norris is now in a situation where it could be in direct under there by Behrman, but Behrman on the old soft tyre just like Carlos Sainz, and now you can imagine what they're going to be feeling like throughout this old worn-out tyre period. Yeah, it's coming down now.
Confirmed.
pit was on
We'll
then.
see you at the end of this lap.
So they're coming into this lap, but where he has to do it, no, he does it back down from it and lead to into contact, but Lando Norris, and he still holds the lead that with the further total and a little bit of a dangerous driving, and now Prix they took the advantage and got ahead of Lando Norris and we got Behrman, who is boxed for hard tyre, and that is surprising because the rain is coming very, very soon. He may have topped it. His tyre rate, who knows, and now McLaren are going side by side, and that is going to help Carlos very, very much. And then like, you can see it coming slightly in the last time, you can see a bit more better, but you actually got Albon trying and Esteban Ocon going 3 wide in turn 3, and now Albon is going to try to get ahead of Tim Tranmere going down in turn 4, and now Tim Albon gets through, and looks like he just might get through, and he does move into P9. If he was, it'll be fine, I think.
The radar showing a clear patch on its way. There's about 10 more minutes of this rain. We're seeing dangerously high levels of tyre wear now, and we're going to be in trouble unless you either nurse them or come in for a fresh set.
Oh, what? Intamin. We put an Intamin tyre on. Like, and now, got Carlos in the pit. Put the Intamin tyre. Seems to be perfect. Similar pit stop, but Intamin tyre is the bit gamble tour for the Britain Motorsport. They all know it's been making a very real strategy tour, but how is that going to pay off for them? Because the way it's coming, but the Diana is still unattainable, but most of them who's still on the tyre will start to feel sluggish, and Carlos is to the start and plough the way through the field. We'll find out what might happen as we got all the fighters going on now with Carlos get ahead of Franco Colapito, and normally if it's not the time for the Intamin tyre, there'll be a struggle of being able to make the move work, but it worked out so far. But let's see how it's going to go further down the line as we now into lap 22 Prix, and Lando Norris still fighting once again, and the Prix is back in the lead, well, defended and kept the lead of the Lando in the second place. Charles Leclerc tried to get himself involved, but into lap 23 we got the Audi 30 Cadillac, with this is for sure, and Dan Maloney, and you can see Carlos made a double part. Oh no, engine failure.
Okay, clear. Okay.
Oh, come on!
No overtaking, and
We got on that flat, and that is the reason why I think both McLaren collide or something that would be absolutely crazy. Well, this team Britain Motorsport are so extremely unlucky. I'm not even joking. And here's a replay of what happened. So, McLaren, both of them, so Prix actually end up making a mistake, which you can see right now, which Lando Norris managed to avoid making a contact, but that particular lane. So let's stick on soft tyre. We're gonna have to change it anyway. We probably will have to change it. Okay, let's see what happened. Let's see what happened.
again.
And now we're waiting for the light to go out again. But it's for second flat, and it's now away with Charles Leclerc is in the lead of Sunday. George Russell in the second place. Both McLaren are now in third and fourth, and that is massive. And we can see all of the action happening as we might have seen Carlos actually got ahead and made the 3 wide going up the hill, and that is big opportunity for Sainz as they sent it down the inside turn. They made it apart on 4 tires. Wow, unbelievable move from Carlos, and it worked out for him. And here is the replay of how it happened. He had a fantastic start, and then he had the fantastic exit, which allowed him to do this move, moving on the inside line, knowing there's a chance to actually be able to pull it off as he centers down the inside, braking later than usual, and he got the part absolutely fantastic work now in lap 26. Carlos Sainz made the move on Esteban Ocon, and he done past him, but not sure it now being sandwiched by both McLaren and that it's not just, but during lap 27, Piastri started pulling away, and Russell needed to defend against the land another, but Carlos Sainz, being a hero, the best teammate ever, is going to try and dip up Lando Norris way and hold him back to help sure Russell, and it seems to be working out for the team, and Carlos Sainz is now ahead of Lando Norris, and he managed to be able to help Russell once again. But during the lap 29, unfortunately, at the start of the show, which is what we didn't know, we've been told Sainz have some issue with the fuel. It allegedly has been under fuel from watching Carlos Sainz do, but he is going to focus on trying to hold back Lando Norris for as long as he can. Unfortunately, he's going to be the sacrifice. As it looks like Sainz out of the way. Unfortunately, Carlos Sainz fan, it's a shame for you guys, because Carlos Sainz is now going to start losing places because the fuel is now officially going to be depleting, and it's got at least 6 laps to go, and that is not enough. If he had an extra lap, it would have been fine, but it's not happening. For Carlos Sainz, I've got Behrman, who is now fighting with Esteban Ocon and Sainz, to losing more places up into P11, and Albon is now looking to make the move on Ollie Behrman on the inside, telling Albon it seems like he might, but it's likely to be side by side going all the way into turn 4, but Albon just knew and chasing after Esteban Ocon and Sainz. Unfortunately, we'll be losing more places as Yuki Tsunoda has gone now into lap 30. The mystery of Carlos Sainz's situation is getting worse and worse and worse. Albon had made small contact with Ocon, but Albon still gets though and put him into top 5, P5. So Albon is driving an absolutely fantastic racing right now. Don't forget, he was outside the point, and now he's having a chance to be in top 5, and he's likely to be able to make his stick. And Ollie Behrman has done part of Ocon, and Behrman with that close of actually being able to complete for the podium. Unfortunately, in P6, but now in the final lap of the Austrian Grand Prix, Charles Leclerc is now leading the final lap. Piastri stuck in place, and Russell will not have to worry about Lando Norris than to the teammate of Russell, Carlos Sainz, doing the job that he needed to do to hold back Lando Norris. But look where Carlos Sainz is. P20 really run for racing for Carlos Sainz. We need to fix our issue with Carlos Sainz. It seems to having 2 different strategies for both teams, for both drivers. So it seems to not work out very much. We just have to try to keep them very balanced, and hopefully next time down the line it will be better solution for Carlos Sainz, because we need to help him, don't we? Not sure. All we need to do is be ahead of Lando Norris all the time, but Charles Leclerc, he is doing absolute wonder. Charles Leclerc out the final corner, and he's going to take on win of the Austrian Grand Prix, and the Piastri stuck in place. Russell in 3rd place. I'm so sorry for all of the Carlos Sainz fans, and Carlos Sainz himself is very unlucky.
Alright, race over. Take care.
Sorry guys, I wasn't.
No, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It was bloody fuel. I don't know how. The team and the manager how did we
And Leclerc to the line, to the checkered flag. It's King Charles today. He wins.
Well, they showed true grit out there today, Crofty. A steely determination not to be outdone by the rough circumstances. Many points that came their way today. A job well done. Not the easiest of days, but they walk away with a race victory.
What a day it's been for Formula One, and what a day it's been for these three drivers. Time for the podium celebrations. Time for our drivers to celebrate. And that is a fabulous win. And the top step of the podium for Charles Leclerc.
Well done to Charles Leclerc, absolutely fantastically. You cannot take a lot from him. He committed to Team 60 and it worked out for him. And unfortunately for Carlos Sainz, he's not having a good night. It's been unlucky for him, and Russell cut the gap down to 11 points, which is good. But the Construction Championship, McLaren, he didn't win it, no doubt about that. So obviously, with the situation for Carlos Sainz, it's our fault for cutting his race. So we need to try and think of something to make it work, because having two different strategies for both of them can be good, but also can be bad. So we need to try and come up with a solution as we headed over to the Silver Showdown plan. So don't forget watching, please like and subscribe. It makes the video appreciate it, and peace out.